gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Drop.
Yo, what's up, world? What's going on, world? What's cracking like? What's popping with y'all? What's going on in YouTube podcast land? It's another episode of the BlerdSpot Podcast. I'm your host, June 88, Crystal Bay, and the homie kid Phantom. What's going on?
One day, sound effects.
What's going on, Pete?
It's my 2024. I'm probably gonna get us a soundboard so we can just.
You know what? I mean, we might have to get a new theme song because that song Blurred is so it's giving so last year of just years of this stuff that don't matter no more. So
Well, you got a new one for us?
I don't know. I may have something.
Hey, let me know, and I'll get us a new intro and everything.
Okay, that first part of the intro.
Sometimes you gotta just shed the skin of the old.
Hey, sometimes you gotta rebirth, renew.
Oh yeah,
that's what growing is about.
But y'all, before I get started, before we get this, shout out to West Side Guns. That new album he got. Now, then you pray for me. You pray for Paris and you pray for me. This album, this right here, this new one.
Oh, if we shouting out an album, it ain't new. It's been out for a month or so.
No, this new one, it just dropped. Now you pray for me. This is the new.
But we gonna shout my girl out because y'all motherfuckers sleeping on her.
Who sleep?
Everybody.
Who?
Her name is Leia. R&B. Shut up. I just want you to cut your camera off because that was corny.
That wasn't corny.
It'd be corny if she's from Alabama.
Both of y'all.
I just cut my camera off. I gotta cut it back off. That's racist.
Anyways, because your face, you co-signed it.
It's because I'm black. It's because I'm dark skinned and you're fair skinned. It's racist, sister. It's racist, man. I protest. Cameras off all episodes.
Hey, wear an afro, put on a San Francisco jersey, and then go ahead and take a knee and put your fist up.
That was a good one. Yo, so where we at?
Not me looking up where Leia's from.
Alabama.
From a place long.
I don't know. It don't say. Oh, I think Atlanta.
Close enough.
But nah, Leia is dope as hell. If you haven't heard the last album, it was called Hello. That came out 2022. Y'all late. But the new album came out this year, and it's called Bet That. And it's fire. Bops all the way around. Bops after bops.
Is it on Pandora?
It might be.
I'll find it.
Okay.
Send me names and stuff so I can put it on Pandora. Pandora got 4 albums.
I discovered Leia last year? Yes, last year before the Con of Dreams, because she has a song called Sailor Moon, and that was the introduction. That song is dope, but I was like, you know what? Let me go listen to the whole album. And whole album, fire, bop after bop after bop.
Here's the thing about music. I feel like going off cuff, People don't care about albums like we used to, like how we used to back in the day. You get $10 for lunch, you got and somebody drop some on Friday. You got like, am I eating this
I
week?
used to get in trouble for buying CDs like a mug. I did. And then in my school, I was the
CD pusher.
I was a CD pusher because I had to, I had LimeWire, or I would take my CD that I bought and burn it for other folks.
Hey, that's how you get you. Hey man, like nowadays the streaming
Yeah,
world.
like I got that new Usher. Got that new Usher.
That's how it
That's
was.
like-
With the intro robot voice at the beginning.
I had that new Webby back in 2005 when he dropped Savage Life, which is a classic album that don't get enough talks in my opinion. Shit, I was making copies of them mug. Like, here, y'all heard that new Webby, that Savage Life? Tell
But
me.
did you sell it to him?
But
If I was cool with you, I didn't sell it. But if you wasn't like my homie,
the first,
Look at
You
it.
have
You get it for $5, but it's my partner, so I get it to him for $1.
see, I mean when I got my confession CD bootleg from my partner. Albert, that's his name, Mexican dude. He gave me I bought CD from him. This nigga, my boy, like, I'm listening. I ain't heard a full original album. Like, all right, this gonna hurt my boy. Like, yo, you know your songs ain't in order, right? Nigga had all them stuff shuffled. There, nothing was in order. Like,
see, I was a good CD pusher because I would put it in order. Because a lot of times, like I use Leia's album, her last album, Hello. You have to listen to it or because it has like outros to songs that go into the next song. Like it flows.
Yeah.
I miss CDs like that. Like I
Like
love
Kendrick,
artists.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
I
His
love
whole
when
album,
an
you
artist-
gotta listen to it in order to understand the whole album.
Yep.
Because each beginning to the next song was the ending to the last song, and it was a poem that he wrote, and it goes all the way to the end. And the very last outro part to the song is a whole poem. So like he'll read one line of the poem, then the song will play, and then he'll read the next line to the poem, then the song will play, and then he'll read the next line, and then when you get to the end, he reads the entire poem, and then it's like he was having a conversation with Tupac. Because the original for the album was going to be called To Pimp a Caterpillar, but 2 was going to be spelled TU, and then Pimp A, and then C. He's going to spell
I
it.
remember that. But yeah, like man, I made sure to put when I was pushing, I made sure to put the actual order. But if it was just mixed CD with like bops on it that I would make,
Right.
man, look, I may or may not have. Dad, if you're listening, stop listening. I may or may not have put a few viruses on the computer.
Hey, a quick question. I know everybody had to crank that CD, but every single crank that on it.
Crank that Batman.
Crank that
boy.
We don't talk about that.
Crank that SpongeBob.
Let me tell you,
it was a crank Batman. We like, watch me crank that
Spider-Man, all that.
Now you want to talk about something? We got the horse beat off. We got the beating the dead horse. That beat, like, bro, you're like, come on. It was like only 2 that were actually good.
What you talking about?
Man, crank that Batman was my shit. And hit the Heisman on that hoe. Hit the Heisman.
Yeah. Hey, the SpongeBob, that was my shit. That was my favorite dance to do.
Are you ready, kids? I like the cameo with the yellow dress.
Like, what up, man? I hear, you know what I mean? Just kidding it up in this country.
You said SpongeBob, and all I saw was yellow. Oh. How beautiful.
She's like, yo, man, let me get in on this.
Cameos by the fam. Mm-hmm. But okay, so how many times? Tell me if y'all remember this, and it's gonna be telling our age a lot of bit, because these young folks probably don't understand.
You started told age.
I know when I said LimeWire like a mug. But y'all remember, like when you would go to download a song, and it would be Bill Clinton talking some, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, they got me. Yeah, that man, I miss those days. I ain't even gonna hold you.
But y'all, what we talking today? What we on today?
What we on? We is on Demon Time. No, I'm just kidding. we are talking Marvel, DC, and kind of the rise and fall of superhero movies. So the question I pose, and y'all can flip a coin who goes first. The question I pose is: do you think superhero movies are done? Like, do you think the hype for them has gone away? Do you think people just really don't care anymore? What you think? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I make this. I feel like the Panini really ruined everything. 'Cause I feel like when it happened, we were there. We had a good rhythm. We had a good pocket of just everything just coming out at the right time. Everything was boom. Then we got locked in. Everything was just coming out. Boom, boom, boom. Then Marvel started pushing everything back. At least I'll get pushed back. People like, bruh, every time we get excited for something, it gets pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, I don't even care. People like, they don't even care anymore. Like I told you, I'm not gonna go to the theater to see the Marvel. My uncle and my aunt came over yesterday. Are you with my uncle? Are you gonna go see the Marvel? I'm gonna wait till it come on Disney Plus. The last movie I went to see in the theater was Multiverse of Madness. And with the Marvel, the trailer, there's nothing I seen in the trailer that stood out to me that made me want to go see this yet. There's nothing that in the trailer, and I saw the first one, and the first one was good, but this one, and I know Miss Marvel and Monica, all that, but I've not seen. It wasn't a moment in that trailer. I gotta go see this. It ain't nothing that I want to see. There's no superhero movie. The next thing I may see is Kang Dynasty when it come out. That's probably the only first time I go back to the theater. Is for that. It may be and Deadpool. I think superhero movies has died down. I feel like, yo,
you see, you notice he didn't do his black due diligence to go see Black Panther.
I didn't. I told y'all when that movie came, I wasn't gonna go.
He was adamant that he wasn't going to.
And y'all was like, y'all wasn't gonna see it, but then y'all caved. And y'all went to go see it.
I went to see it honestly because my sister was like, I'm gonna go see Black Panther. And I was like,
out of respect for Chadwick,
I seen Black Panther at a movie site and then on Disney Plus.
I saw it on Disney Plus, but I wasn't even gonna watch it then. But y'all kept telling me to watch, so I watched it. I went to see.
Like I said, it was a good movie for what it was. It just wasn't a good sequel, and it wasn't a good movie for fans. It might have been good for the cast, but not for fans.
It would have been good. No, it was good for the money. They were trying to make them. They didn't want to take that hit.
Yeah, but they could have wanted to make money. They would have done something different.
Yes,
like recast T'Challa.
But
like his family asked them to do.
But honestly, I agree with you, June. I think the pandemic. I think had the pandemic never really happened, we wouldn't have had like this stall of just staleness. Like it just feels like superhero movies. It just feels stale. Like the magic is gone.
Yeah, well, honestly, though, like with everybody, and then certain people not making it through the pandemic also doesn't help.
Yep. And the backtrack real quick. I think in the way, like I said it when we first started this podcast. I'm gonna say it till now. Endgame really ended everything. Like when you have a big finale like that, and like it's like what now? Where do we go from here? And then you look at it. Now you're telling us it's gonna be the exact same thing in Kang Dynasty. Oh, they're gonna lose. Then they're gonna beat Kang again. I'm like, if you're going, then I'm like this. If that's the case, I'd rather you just say they lose and never win. That's it.
I was about to say, I was just thinking, I was like, if I'm being honest, if you want to really razzle dazzle me, make them lose and not win. Y'all lost.
It is what it is. But okay, but my thing is, and I'm not blaming us because we're the ones we have similar mind when it comes to this. I hate these new superhero fans. The ones who started watching at like Infinity War and Endgame. Like you just started. You wasn't there 20 plus movies prior to this. So now every time something come out with Disney, it's like, what's going on? Where's this? Where's that? I don't understand what's going on. It's because you're not giving it time to rebuild. We got to build a whole new saga. That one saga is 23 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't want to sit there and let it build up. I don't have 23 movies to wait. These are 23 movies that's getting released at 1 to 2 years apart from each other.
But then again, I feel like to piggyback off that statement is one of the things where when I also said back when we first started, people, we didn't know that Thanos was going to be here. We didn't know Infinity stuff. We didn't know they were going that direction. Now we're aware. Okay,
We knew by what was it?
Movie
Guardians of
4.
the Galaxy?
no, I'm saying in the beginning when it first started, we didn't know. Then when we started getting,
We knew at Avengers.
I mean, like,
prior to Avengers.
but we didn't go in thinking this was going to be. They're going to lead up to like, all right, Avengers movie, cool, whatever. Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, bet. Then everybody, all right, cool. Now Thanos. Oh, people, I bet a lot of people thought, oh, this dude gonna show up in the next movie. But they stretched that. They had to break down every stone where everything was at. Then we got to the end, like, yo, this is the big blow off. Now, all right, now what? Make us here.
Do you think they picked maybe too complex of a subject matter with multiverse as the second saga?
Yes, they could have.
Just have waited to the third saga.
No, what they did is they chose a subject matter that allowed them to expand. Anything's possible with a multiverse. Now, if me personally, what I would have done if I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the multiverse, I'm going to give you multiple sagas within that one saga. So, you're gonna have this Earth's multiverse, and it's gonna be these people. You're gonna have this Earth's multiverse is gonna be these people. You're gonna have this Earth's multiverse is gonna be these people. Me personally, I would have a different actor play those similar characters. That way, when this multiverse comes together,
not Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no, just not Tom Cruise. Because I'm not a Tom Cruise fan. I'm not gonna knock anything that Tom Cruise has ever done in his life, but I'm not a Tom Cruise fan.
But look at this way.
I'm and the reason why I say I would have different actors play the same characters is like when you go and you go into the movie. Let's say another situation happened where we have another Chadwick Boseman situation. Boom! I can end one of those Earths and bring this T'Challa into this Earth with no issues.
But see, that's the thing about the incursion thing. That's when the two planets collide. So see, that's where that comes in. All right, cool. Somebody got to go. So just so happened
this should have happened.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, if you really wanted to recast T'Challa, don't give me his son, who he actually doesn't really have a kid with. Like her whole reasoning for being a villain is because she wasn't
He
chosen.
chose Storm.
She wanted to be a pick-me, and he ain't pick her ass.
And
he chose Storm. And
he chose Storm. Did you know that? Okay, so this is what happened when T'Challa chose Storm. One bitch that T'Challa was in love with prior to Storm, she went on stage, she sung her last song, and committed suicide as soon as she got backstage. Thinking she was gonna be the one. She did that shit. She committed suicide. She was living in New York. She ain't know nothing about Wakanda. She just knew that when T'Challa came to come over here to the U.S. to go to school, they fell in love. She was a lounge singer. They thought they was gonna be together forever. His dad died. He had to go back. He came back. Have you heard about this king of whatever and such? Like T'Challa from Wakanda, he's a king. He's like, yeah, he's getting
married.
His
own money.
He's like, he's getting married to
I love the reference. Love the reference.
Like he's like, he's getting married to Storm from the X-Men. X-Men Storm? Like, I know who that is. Like, they're getting married. But he told me he was gonna come back for me. Went out there, cried her eyes out, got backstage, popped a whole bottle of pills, and that was it. At that same very moment in Wakanda, Nakia's like, "Oh, he ain't choose me. This is beginning of my villain arc."
A villain called Malice.
Exactly.
And can we not skip over the fact that Lupita said she would be more than willing to play Malice?
That's the whole reason she signed on. Because she was under the impression she was going to end up being Malice.
And I would love to see Lupita play a villain. I really would.
And it's not even a T'Challa thing. It's MCU.
It's not, and I won't even say Black Panther was the downfall for me to that. I think it was, just after I don't. It was the pandemic. Like for me, like the excitement just
I'll blame Black Widow.
it just isn't there. I won't even blame Black Widow. Black Widow wasn't a bad movie up until
It should have been a phase one movie.
Taskmaster was the worst part of that movie, and these
It
had a
should have been
major
a phase
part.
one.
Yes, Taskmaster was a major part. I don't care. Taskmaster was made a woman. Like that part didn't bother me, even though it bothered some of the fanboys. It was how Taskmaster was written. In Taskmaster,
Okay. So I'm not blaming the actual film. It's the money that was produced from the film. With Scarlett Johansson being mad, like, no, y'all didn't tell me it was going to be on Disney Plus. It's like not a lot of movie theaters are open.
mm-hmm.
So
And even when they first opened up, they weren't going to go see Black Widow because, like,
we already saw it.
Like we saw you. I'm happy it gave us her sister.
Yeah, because I do love the sister. Like
here's my thing.
But the way that Black Widow was marketed, we knew it was going to be either movie theater or at home. I bought it for at home because when I bought it for at home, I got the movie early.
Mm-hmm. And it's yours to keep. And it's yours to keep.
Right. And so my thing is, when that movie came out, so many people kind of shitted on it. And that was our first superhero movie that we got in the pandemic. Actually, no, that was the second one. Because we ended up getting, what was before that? I think it was Wonder Woman.
But put it like this, I feel like
one of them came out before Black Widow, and then Black Widow, like for it to be a Marvel movie, people considered it lackluster. Like not remembering that Thor: Dark World came out.
So that brings the original.
Hold on, wait, let me get this. I'm like this. I feel like with Marvel, it takes them too long to get to the point. It's like you're building up this multiverse, but you're not giving us multiverse stuff. Like, okay, we get the Spider-Man Homecoming, cool.
I feel like we are getting it. It's not connecting yet.
Yeah, it's like one of the things. Everything like it takes time to build up, but people are like, yo, get to the point. Like we know, like
so that's my issue. Fans like that saying it's taking too long to get to the point. That has been their MO since the beginning in 2008.
It took us
10
10 years.
That goes back to what I was saying.
It took us 10 years to get to the end of the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, but that goes back to what I said when I was like, yo, when the MCU first kicked off, we didn't know nothing about no Thanos. When Robert Downey Jr. stepped foot on that as Iron Man, we did not know where we was going. We just thought, another superhero movie. And that was it. Then we started getting the pieces and we got excited for it. We was ready for it. But now you got all these leakers and scoopers putting out stuff. And let me turn the hat back.
He turned the hat back.
Let me get focused real quick. Hold on. Let me talk to y'all real quick. All you idiots that think all these cameos are going to be in Deadpool 2, it's not going to happen. All these cameos that we thought that I take it back. Y'all thought, because I like you, come on, pump your brakes. All these cameos not going to be in Doctor Strange. All these cameos, y'all be setting yourselves up for failure. These scoopers, these leakers, they don't have nothing to do with nothing. It's like, come on.
I just wonder, what is the obsession with leaking something to spoil it for people? Like, what is that obsession? Because it's not just in like the superhero realm. It's in like Jujutsu Kaisen had a major spoiler before the manga. Like the manga wasn't even out yet, but someone leaked a frame that is a major spoiler for it. And it's like, what is people's obsession with that? Like, why do you get off on spoiling shit for people?
People be clout chasing. It's like saying, for example, shout out to the homie Nix, right? He got a big following. Say I like, yo, I want you to hear my album first before anybody else here. I want to get your first opinion on. All right, Junie, got you. Then dude got it streaming and leaked the whole album. Like, bruh, now this is ruined. Now I know he wouldn't do nothing like that, but that's the fact that, like, bro, why are people leaking things? Like why? Like what do you get from it? Oh, now
It's obsession, and it's kind of. I feel like that too has kind of ruined like the culture of superhero movies, because it's like these studios not only have to fight people like us who are making guesses, like our shit is purely guesstimation on what we know about the comics. Not only do they have to fight that, because at the end of the day, if we keep guessing right, we're going to get bored. So they have to fight against that. They have to fight against people who they do tell the info to, and they're leaking it despite NDAs. They have to fight against that. And it's just I have a lot of empathy for these creators. I do, because it's like you have so much that you're fighting up against, like getting it, like pleasing everyone, making sure your shit don't get leaked, trying to make sure that people don't guess what you're about to do. Like it is tough. Like so on, especially on the writer side, which they just ended that strike. Like I feel for the writers. Like I do. Um but it's just like like I keep saying, like it's just something, like the magic fit, like the something is just gone. And some people are blaming the TV shows. Like do y'all think it's too many of the Marvel TV shows? Or
I'm gonna get to, okay. Now this is what I think Marvel needs to do. Now let's go back to what you just said about the guessing. Now in game, I was one of the people talking to my partner, like, yo, Battle of New York, what if somebody on the other side doing their thing, holding it down, fighting? Then soon on the whole, that what would happen. I guess that I didn't think that part was gonna, I thought it would be more.
and I don't mind the guessing. Like I don't, because I mean that's what we do. Like
But that's like a hard one. That was like pretty spot on. Like, wow, I didn't, that was like something you say, then like, oh, that really did happen. But going back to the TV show, I'd rather them have actual shows that actually tie into stuff that's about to go on, not just like, all right, that bull that they gave us with Secret Invasion. Now, to me, low-key is like the one that actually like making sense, that I'm like, since episode, the first season to now, all right, okay, low-key I get.
But don't Secret Invasion tie into the Marvels?
It does.
Yeah, but that wasn't Secret Invasion. That was like we need some money. Nobody liked Secret Invasion.
Unpopular opinion here. I enjoy Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I enjoy Secret
It was
Invasion.
cool, but I'm like,
I wish they would have done more.
There you go. Thank you. That's what it was. But I just
if they were gonna come out with an Avengers film, Secret Invasion should have led up to Secret Wars. But we're getting Kang Dynasty first.
Yep, and I feel like I agree.
So unless Secret Invasion is having a second season,
so
Kang Dynasty is the next Avengers.
That's the last. Yeah. That's it. That's the end. But then again,
is that the next one or the last?
That's the next one coming up.
So that means this saga, there's gonna be a bigger bad.
And here's the cold part. Y'all just gave us Skrull Rhodey. Who else is out here a Skrull? Like y'all not even.
They said you got to watch the Marvels to figure it out.
Yeah, that's next month.
But like I say, people, I guess I'm like, it's one of the things where I look at it like, yo, if it was more stuff that connected to what's going on, I would be. Because I try to watch all the Disney Plus shows because that's how they presented it. You got to watch everything to understand everything. But when you watch certain show, like how does this tie into the main story?
That's the thing I said earlier. Like we have so many pieces of the puzzle, but it's like we have like an edge piece over here and then a random 10 centerpieces and then an edge piece over here. And it's like none of the pieces have connected yet. And it's like, I guess that's the issue I have, is like, it honestly didn't take, in my opinion, I feel like it didn't take the Infinity Saga that long to start piecing together.
You know why? Because every movie gave us something about something, either in the main story.
Maybe it's just too complex of a subject matter that I don't know, but it's just it's something in this saga is missing, and I don't know what it is.
I agree.
I can't tell you what it is.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm always saying from the beginning to the end. one of the most important characters in this saga is T'Challa.
And they took him away from us. But okay, now let's talk about that real quick. Now, there's been murmurs.
I like that word.
Come on, they ain't want two strong black people on the screen at the same time.
I got some secret stuff. That Marvel is going to be doing a soft reboot of the universe. I'm like, okay, now if I don't know what that means, I don't know what direction they're going in with. But for the sake of argument, they do. You hear, like I said, people gave all kinds of hell about Sonic. Sonic was done. They had to redo the whole movie to make Sonic look like the car, like how he's supposed to look. So
they only just rechanged his animation. That's it.
But still,
that was easy for them to do.
No, it's not easy. To go frame by frame and change the eyes and face.
It's like, but the thing about
that was easier. That's a copy and paste.
But you gotta, you see people do that, but you won't read. You're standing on the fact that we're not going to do this. You have to. It's like,
you notice one movie that I noticed no one ever mentions.
What?
And it's like the Eternals. Like no one ever talks about it because it's so forgettable. Like I honestly don't remember.
No, Eternals wasn't forgettable. Just people shitted on it. I think that was the second movie after. That was the second one after Black Widow.
Yeah, and it was like one of the movies, like, bro, like we was sitting here on the same podcast, like, yo, where the hell were y'all niggas at when they was whooping everybody? Oh yeah, then they say, yeah, we couldn't interfere in nothing. But ain't Thanos one of the people you can fight? Like,
no,
you can.
Technically speaking, yes, he's a deviant.
So you could have.
He's a combination.
But still, he biracial. They can whoop half his ass. Come on now. Am I wrong?
I don't know why that tickled me so much.
Am I wrong? He's not biracial.
He is.
Okay, then. Stop it. Cut your camera off.
He can only say half of the word, Nick.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I forgot. Oh, I was like, I forgot how to cut my camera off, y'all.
I'm like,
I don't cut my camera off that much. I forgot how to.
Feel like a lot of this stuff don't make sense. I feel like if you just dumb it down to like the main pieces, if it's like low key and everybody that the stuff that if you like, we gonna focus on the main stuff that can tie into the multiverse saga. Now, nothing like I said,
I like how low key ties into Moon Knight. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
But
watched it yet.
That's why I said I ain't gonna say nothing else.
But I
it's
say
so subtle that you're not gonna catch it.
Like Ms. Marvel, I get her story with Captain Marvel and Monica. I get that. I get how that story ties into Captain Marvel. I get how Secret Invasion ties into that story. But I want to know, how does that tie into the main story? But I know Kane made the Bengals, so I'm trying to figure out. It's like
how does the Eternals fit into with Kang and all this stuff?
No, I'm talking about Ms. Marvel. I know her Bengals tie into Kang. I get all that, but people like, bro, if it's more like direct, okay, this is how Kang.
Well, if you remember at the end of the Ms. Marvel show, something happened to where anytime, which is the basis of the movie, you know, she did something. She used her power, and all of a sudden, Carol Danvers is in.
Yeah, every time they use their power, they.
Yeah, but I'm saying that started at Ms. Marvel. That was like the last inset credit scene was that.
Yeah, I just feel like it's so much that Marvel.
It's just the pieces ain't connecting yet, and I think that's the biggest issue everyone has. It's like maybe if some of the pieces started connecting, we'd be like, oh, okay, what? Yeah, now I see.
But see,
the problem is it's not doing that.
And I feel like, and you'll see when you watch Loki, like I feel like Loki's the only thing that's giving satisfaction. Like, okay, I get where everything's going. I get where this is about to go. Like when I watch everything else, like it's kind of like, all right, I get it a little, but Loki, okay, I see where this is going. I see where this is. I like episode 3 this week. I kind of know where it's going. All right, cool. I know exactly.
Don't you say.
Hey, I ain't gonna spoil it. We do not spoil over here. Episode 3 gonna pick up. Cause it's only 6 episodes, so it gotta pick up fast. So it's like,
And so we kind of hyper focused on Marvel.
that's what's hot right now.
It is what's hot right now. But do you think to kind of tie in DC to, because I posed the question that here superhero movies in general, not just Marvel. Do you think DC is gonna make a comeback, or you think
DC got to still get over their rock problem.
I put it like this: DC. I'm gonna say this how I said about WWE and AEW. Once DC figure it out, they're gonna give Marvel a run for their money, because Marvel is like a wounded animal right now. They trying to pick it up, but once DC figure it out, it's gonna be. They're not gonna put. Hold on, no. Hear me out. They're not gonna do. It ain't gonna put like no take over. Like, all right, they're gonna show the eye. We here. We figured it out. We got it. We gonna get our shit together. This is gonna be like some talking points.
Okay, so what's your counter to that, kid?
That is a technical foul. It's a flag on the play. Take off your Eagles gear.
There ain't no technical foul. Cause look, I want DC to win. I want DC.
Listen to me. This is my argument for that. DC's head honcho. Usually they say, the student is overtaking the master. Kevin Feige taught that man everything he knows, but he didn't teach him everything that he knows. He only knows what he knows. Yes, he did Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy did well for Marvel.
Exactly.
But the issue is he don't know what Kevin Feige knows. He has a little portion of that. And the only issue that I have with DC that I give Marvel a pass on is DC has the rights to all of their characters and still comes out with bullshit. How you have the rights to everything and still can't compete?
Because Marvel on that, we want to what Kevin Feige, he wants to hold on to Fox so bad. He wants to give a swan song to all his old people, and I get it. But nobody wants to see all these people from 2000 in these movies that's gonna get off anyway.
Bullshit! You know how many white people want to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and Deadpool? We've been waiting on this since they were last in the movie together.
Hold on. Think about it though. If you bring in all the old guys, people are like, where our guys at though? Where the old
guys? The only people he's brought so far is Wolverine with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart. That's it.
But still, he's bringing in his Fox X-Men going to be in goddamn Deadpool and Kang Dynasty. But
just you, nobody else.
No, he's bringing
and the issue I have with you, and it's been an issue I've always said, and I've even had people throw slugs at me or whatever with my view, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but Hugh is too fucking tall to play Wolverine. Did he play a good Wolverine for what it was in Fox? Absolutely. But we're over here. We're in the MCU now. I need a 5-foot-something Wolverine.
Hey, and I'm going to keep saying it to the wheels fall off. Daniel Radcliffe is the perfect person. Height-wise and look-wise.
But my thing is, though.
And if you've ever seen the movie Horns, you'll understand why he's
but they're quote-unquote saying Halle Berry, the old girl that played Jean, Cyclops, all them people are coming back because Kevin Feige wants to get them a good send-off. But I'm like, bruh, you bring those people in, where the hell are the whatever Earth 6-1? Where are these people?
You see my face?
Where are our characters at?
And that's no shade to Halle Berry. There's no shade to her as a person. But as my Storm, all the shade. Because she ain't the right shade. Damn it.
I need to know. You can't just give me some bull job that say man in bar with metal claws. But where the nigga at though?
Where he at though?
I'm like, all that's the stupidest stuff to me. Like, you got all these, like, and we ain't seen no Blade. We ain't seen nobody.
We heard Blade.
We having listen, Blade's movie is having so many issues. They got to start from scratch.
Blade is gonna be like Dr. Dre Detox. It ain't never coming out.
Never.
Yeah, let's put him in a movie. That's show.
But we back on Marvel. Like we got to go over here to DC.
But DC, all I need DC is give me a Mr. Freeze movie. I've been wanting a Mr. Freeze movie.
Mr. Freeze ain't a big enough character without Batman.
You can put him in a Batman movie.
Listen, I think, and it's not even part of the DCEU. I think if Warner Brothers really wanted to try to make some money in the meantime, them trying to figure it out, they should have stuck. So they had the Joker, which was excellently done. They're making part 2. They should have capitalized off the rest of Batman's villains, because Batman, like, while I don't really fuck with Batman as a character because I think he's overrated, he has some of the best villains.
He does.
In any universe, whether it be Marvel or DC, Batman has some of the best villains. And If they would have took that and just continued to make movies based on the villains, like you had a Scarecrow movie that was a horror film, rated R horror movie based on Scarecrow, fire. If they would have
Batman the fucking menace that he actually is.
Mm-hmm. And if you and even with the route I was saying, you can have a Mr. Freeze movie. You can have what's another good Penguin. You can have. I would even watch a fucking Poison Ivy movie. Do you know how sinister that could look and how dope that could look with the?
You said Scarecrow, right?
Yeah, I said Scarecrow's first. That's the one I wanted the most because that would be a rated R horror film.
Dude, I'm gonna leave that joke off camera.
Okay.
That's gonna get
comments.
No. Hold on. Wait for the comments. I'm gonna leave it in the group chat. I'm gonna leave.
But yeah, no. In the private chat, I meant. But yeah, no. I feel like if Warner Brothers was really like, well, we need to make money now, that would have been a great way to do it. You can make money now while you have, James Gunn on the back end trying to fix your DCEU. You could have had a Scarecrow movie coming out along with the Joker. You could have had the Riddler movie. Like, you know how dope a Riddler movie would be just standing on its own? And it kind of gives you like an origin, or it teaches people about the villains or whatever. And no, it's not connected to your universe, but now people know more about the villain itself. So when you do have
all the villains, and you don't even introduce Batman, make Batman the Avengers part, like of the villain of that villain saga movie. Like, while you're introducing each villain, in every single one of them, you have Detective Gordon. You have everybody but Batman.
And technically, Batman was in. I mean, he wasn't Batman yet. He was a child. He was technically in there.
Shut up, kid. Shut up, kid. Don't say nothing.
His parents were still alive. He wasn't little orphan Annie yet. Hold on. I didn't even look to see what was going on. Damn.
With that being said, this has been the BlerdSpot Podcast. We gonna get it.
I really wish y'all could see this joke, but it would get us. I really wish y'all could see this joke, but it will get us canceled. So y'all can't see it.
Y'all got anything else?
Nah, because in Funko News,
ain't no
go to GameStop. They got Funkos on sale for $8.
Oh, geez.
All New York Comic-Con Funkos are sold out. Better luck next
sneaker
time.
news. And for me, no sneaker news. Ain't nothing. No heat. That's about it, yo. This has been any gaming news before we get up out of here, man.
In gaming news, nothing. But in wrestling news, SmackDown was fire.
Oh yeah, it was really fire.
Shout out to Nick Aldis. That was a good joke, Nick. I'm a big fan of your dad.
Nah, that dude Nick Aldis with that. You see how clean that suit was?
Oh boy, it was too clean.
Clean.
Hey, he was definitely styled by Mickey that night.
I know, right? Yeah. Oh, they got okay. Screw that. Nah, what did he? Oh, these for the kids now, man. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Oh, they got the Demon Slayer Crocs.
Oh yeah, those are coming out.
Okay, $80. That's about it, y'all.
You know you're gonna get them Tanjiro.
Man, if I can, I will. I never owned a pair of Crocs in my life.
Crocs are comfortable, okay?
I was wearing some Croc slides today.
I can't. But
Which ones you get them from?
Well, I got the just the all white. They're the actual slides that have like the 2 band on top, and I got my little Croc charms in them. My Croc charms are on one foot is all One Piece. On the other one, it's a mix of One Piece, Naruto, and
Nah, but Crocs are
My Hero.
like the.
But yeah, so we gonna be out this piece. It's been real, y'all. You have been watching the BlerdSpot podcast. I am your host, Crystal Bay, Junes88, and Kid Phantom.
So
And,
let me tell you about this joke though before we get out of here.
no.